City of Stevens Point Personnel Committee meeting, recorded August 11, 2025.
I will call the Personnel Committee meeting to order at, looks like 6:05, 6:06 p.m. Manager Fresh, could we get a roll call, please?
Kneebone?
Here.
Broderick is excused. Woozy?
Here.
Guthrie? Here. Steinmetz?
Here.
All right, we've got a quorum. First thing on the agenda is an ordinance amendment, request to amend Section 3.29 of the revised Municipal Code, Board of Police and Fire Commissioners, compensation for police and fire commissioners. Mayor, this was your memo. Would you like to explain?
It was, and I apologize, the actual wording of the ordinance isn't in here, but it's pretty easy to figure out. So we had looked into the compensation for police and fire commission members. The only other commission that gets salary, and I think it's because it's statutory, but I don't know for sure, is the water and sewerage commissioners. They were evaluated about 5 years ago and made some changes there. This one has not been evaluated since at least 2004. And really a big kudos to Shannon Eccles and the people that helped Candy here in the police department trying to figure out where all this started, including Leanne Spoon, the former administrative assistant. Near as we can tell, it hasn't been changed since at least 2004. It went from $15 to $30 sometime between 1994 and 2004. So more than after more than 20 years, we are just asking that we move it from $30 per meeting to $50 per meeting. Multiple meetings within the same day, of course, wouldn't count.
Great, thank you. Commissioners, any questions before a motion or a motion?
If you put it into a CPI calculator, $30 then is like $52 now, so I think it makes sense.
Is that a motion?
Oh yeah, I'll move approval too, sure, yeah. Thank you.
We have a motion, do we have a second? Second by Guthrie. Comments from the committee? I would just like to say, having had the honor to be the Alder Liaison of the Police and Fire Commission now for what seems like since the dinosaurs roamed the earth, I have seen these folks in a lot of really difficult situations work really hard to do the right thing for the police department, the fire department, and for the citizens. I think even though I voted against raising the alder pay, I do feel that these people deserve the extra $20 a meeting. I don't have enough good things to say. I've known Commissioner Zenner since before I was an alder, when I was still working the Starbucks drive-through, and Commissioner Morozic since she was on the city council, and Commissioner Kirschling since I've been an alder liaison. The other two I don't know as well because they're fairly new, but they all come prepared, they all do their work, and they all care about the citizens of Stevens Point. So that's all I have to say. Anybody else? From the audience? Anyone online? Okay, with that, we'll take a vote. Those in favor would vote aye. Aye. Opposed would be no. Okay, the ayes have it, and the motion is passed. Item number 3, Director Kremer requests to reclassify a park technician to a horticulturist. Manager Fresh or Director Kremer, you want to start out? Go ahead.
Okay. So inside your packet tonight, there's a packet that gets into more details, but on a higher level here, what we have is we have a succession planning opportunity. So as we do from year and year over, we kind of look at during our annual evaluation periods, talk about things that we see as needs and wants within the department. We did have one that we weren't necessarily planning to happen as soon as it did. So inside the forestry division, we do have essentially 3 laborers. We have an arborist, and then there's been 2 park technicians. We had a park technician move intercity to another department. So as that happened, we did look at looking to basically take a general laborer style position and turn it into a horticulturist. So there's still a fair amount of general labor tasks that will be part of it. The position will still help with the arboriculture side and the arborist. However, if we can bring a horticulturist in, it allows us to continue moving forward with a lot of the pollinator planting areas we're doing. The Cultural Commons has been run by volunteers since it was built. We have an agreement that's about to expire in which the city agreed to take that on full time. We have a lot of work to do inside that garden, and we want to bring a kind of an expert in that area on. We do have a lot of people that are talented in those areas on the fringes, but now we're looking to really solely look at somebody that can specialize in that and take that to the next level for the department. We'll not be able to just stop general labor tasks. Certainly will be some of that element still as part of it. How we would cover the costs, we certainly are aware of the budget items we're facing. So we have had a position in our office that we've used seasonal wages for, that as we've gone to some technology things we haven't used the last 2 years. We've also used an internship program through WSP for some other areas of the department. So working with the mayor, Manager Frosch, and Comptroller Laddick, we're proposing that if this is approved, we would use those funds in the 26 budget. If we need any help in the administrative side and seasonally, we'd look to that Pointers program, Pointer Connect, to try to backfill that. So with that, I can answer any questions, but we see it ultimately as really a succession opportunity, and hopefully this allows us to keep climbing levels on some of our environmental stewardship goals that we have within the department.
Thank you. Manager Frosch, did you want to add anything?
When he brought this to my attention, I do totally agree with the succession planning. There was kind of like a gap in the middle, and we're not getting rid of that position per se, but we're just adding another layer, for succession planning. So I thought it was a great opportunity, and Baker Tilly evaluated, and they recommended the same type of grade. So we were right in line with what they were recommending, so it was a good feeling.
Sounds good. Members of the committee, questions or a motion?
I'm happy to make a motion to approve the request with gratitude to the director and his staff for such a thorough write-up and comprehensive sort of explanation of the purpose and the vision.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Second by Steinmetz.
Also with gratitude.
I was going to say as well how nice things look around the city, and kudos to your staff. Anybody else? Comments from the audience? Online? Seeing none, we have a motion. All those in favor would vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed would be no. Hearing none, that passes. Item number 4, requests for known 2026 out-of-state travel per Administrative Policy 3.05. As I understand it, Manager Fresh, that's something that the department's kind of planned for, and this is just more or less something that they need approval to do, correct? Mm-hmm. Anything else? I think we've been through this a couple different times, I remember, from year to year. Mm-hmm. Anything else that you want to add?
Nothing out of the ordinary. No, it's standard.
Questions from the committee members?
This isn't an exhaustive list, it's just kind of what we know today? Is that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'd be looking for a motion.
Move approval.
Okay, and I'll second that. Any other questions from the committee?
Not a question, but just a point. Yeah, I'll just say that I know budgets are really tight, but I appreciate that the directors continue to put forward plans to keep themselves and their staff up to speed with modern technology and practices and processes and materials. I don't think that we can be a resilient, sustainable community without learning from our equivalents in other communities and from experts at these types of conferences. So I know so often they're the first thing to cut, but I think a lot is lost when that happens. So I'm enthusiastic to support those plans for this coming annual.
It's a great way to stay on top of changes. Things change quickly, especially in technology. So keeping up with training and the latest things out there is really important for our staff. So anybody else? With that, I'll call the vote. All those in favor would be aye. Aye. Opposed would be no. Hearing none, motion passes, and we are adjourned at 6:13.